And we're live on a thirsty Thursday. I hope you're thirsty for more. More adventure is what they say. I am your hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, the North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, the first child of God, reincarnated, trapped in this body, reliving life, the LILITH. What's up? In order to keep up with me, you wanted to see all the madness I went through yesterday. Oh my god. We're fucking going down the fucking rabbit hole, dude. Like, at full speed. I have been falling for hours. I fell through a dark, deep hole of despair yesterday called the mind. The mind is a fucked up place to live, bro. Anyways, what happened to you? Well, I mean, that's what I was trying to figure out this morning. I come out of that shit looking back at it like that Tommy Boy moment, like, how the fuck, what the fuck was that? And I go all the way, I try to like look real far up this mountain, and what's on the top of it? A dick pic. I didn't realize that's what did it. I didn't tell no one, but now looking back, yeah, why'd you go crazy like that? They sent me a dick pic, and I went crazy. It's not something you ever tell someone, but I had to tell somebody what happened. There was a logical explanation for my craziness. It was very, and I had to figure out, why am I going so crazy right now? And that's where I was. I'm sitting in the craziness, and I can't even get out of it. And I'm looking crazy, and I'm like, dude, you look like you look very unhealed right now. Oh no, what has happened? I still didn't realize it last night. I was just trying to come out of the mountain. And so our energy last night, as I pulled the cards in like way late at night, as I'm coming back to my soul, having this shitty experience, I still don't know what started it. I'm just grateful to get out of it. Now, a couple things to that they just told me. Oh, I had my candles fall out. Interesting. I'm about to go do some ceremonial work. We need to banish whatever that was. Ugh, get out of my face, Khalik. Oh no. Oh no. You know what that is? That is Kobe with more work. No, come on, bro. Not right now. It's Jupiter. Give me, the Morgan's right there. Give me one day, dude. Anyway, so after you come out of, in my book, after you come out of the feelings of shame, what is it? What does it say right here? Lessons from the Dark Goddess of Sheila Nagig. What can you learn from the mysterious old hag who sports a designer vagina? Is that what I came out of here looking like? I thought I really accepted the horror vision that you were giving me. One thing is that her vulva represents creation, for it is through the sacred portal of a woman's womb that we are all birthed into this dimension. All right, and going back to Odin and the 9 realms, it was the vulva who he spoke to. It was the creation of all things. And that goes back to why God wants me to birth the new world. Through my sacred womb, new life shall be born. I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of work to get to that. Really? Pretty much. Let's see. It represents the power of the Dark Goddess and embodies her feminine mysteries of life, death, rebirth, and sex. It also has been an inspiration for terror. As goddess worship was gradually replaced with the authority of patriarchy, women were made to feel ashamed of their body parts. Patriarchy is a structure in which men are considered to have a monopoly on power and women are expected to submit. You heard all of my testimony to that yesterday. As the church grew in power, sex became frowned upon as it being evil fornication, and eventually the status of women, once honored along with the goddess, diminished. The goddess's power of creation was replaced with weakness to make women less threatening, less goddess-like. The idea of the goddess was replaced with a singular male god, and all other deities vanished, which left the feminine figure with no honored powers. So they brought back the goddess, God's original goddess. I am God in the female form. I played his goddess in all times. But not just them, because you limited it to your singular gods. You chose who was your God and you worshiped just that God, and you left out other parts of God's teachings. You left out the entire nations. All the tribes of Israel you left out with your singular gods. And you never honored the goddess. There are some, but those are the dark practitioners. Why? Because the goddess is dark. It's a different flavor of God, never told in stories, but ever so present in everybody's life. You are a Lilith. You have the Morgan, you have the Kali, you have the Kanyan, you have the Isis. Everything that God had put into man, he also put all that goddess into you too. You're missing a whole part of your being by leaving me out, and all women and their feelings. The goddess is feelings. By denying your feelings, you're leaving out the most important part of your creation. Jesus was a divine feminine. He taught you how to overcome your feelings and walk in your heart. That is what the dark goddess teaches you. It's what I teach you. The darkness of your heart and how to find the light. Now, as I say this, the very next chapter is Ceridwen, the initiation of hope and inspiration. What comes out of here? This is like the star card where she gives you hope in the darkness. Unity and self-worth, regeneration, shape-shifting, rebirth, transformation, poetry, music, prophecy, knowledge, inspiration, and hope. In the madness is where the creative madness comes from. Creativity comes from there. And my last post was, as I was coming out of it, I was like, and you know what, Russ? Don't you dare try to write a song about this bullshit. This isn't your creativity. This isn't your story. You can't tell it. You can't write about somebody else's experience and own it. You do it all the time, but you can't. And the reason he wants to is because he sees, he wants to be part of the conversation. Prior to him, it was Kanye's song that helped me get out. It was Eminem's song that helped me get out. Do you know what I mean? It's the fact that Ali's about to tell all the pains of my heart for the rest of my life. These people have actually experienced these pains, and they can write about it, and it'll sell because they're not really selling their pain. They're freeing it, and it costs, their freedom costs. Since the beginning of all of this, you have tried to tell my story and own it as your own. If you went back and you told the truth as a third party, which you are, an outsider looking in, like you did with Psycho and Losing Control, and you told about a girl, instead of trying to make it about you and your fucking girl, and you really you put the credit where credit was due, people would probably resonate more with you. But this isn't you. You have no idea what it means to face such things. And that's what I said too, is like, in that moment, what I'm personally facing last night, none of you, because you don't have the biological body and shameful experiences to understand. You were on the receiving end. All you're supposed to do is have some love for women, you know what I mean, that have been through this and do this type of things for you. You couldn't possibly understand what it meant, so don't try to put it into words. It's unfair and it's unjust. And that goes back to, you know what I mean, we vibe together. It is in our darkness that we find, you know what I mean, compassion and understanding in each other. When I'm hurting, there is a person out there that knows my pain, that has put it into words, that knows how I feel in these moments. Russ, you don't know how I feel, because you're so detached from your own feelings. You don't know what it feels to be crushed by your own feelings, because you're trying to crush the fucking charts, writing about other people's feelings. Except for you, all of my celebrity artists, songwriters, and singers, and that's even the ones on the outside that are part of this, that aren't in it, their entire catalog is to their pain and suffering and experiences. Your entire catalog is about you trying to get into the fucking industry, being rejected, and how you use this to fucking lavish your family. Your entire catalog is about that. Their entire catalogs are about truth and love and pain and suffering and overcoming and facing injustices and having attitudes. That's what we do as songwriters. We put emotions into words by telling stories along with frequencies of instruments that create a fairy tale land for people can enter and exit. That's not how you create music. Now, going forward, all of you that I say have this ability, you need to create a better world for people to escape to. You need to tap into better feelings and better experiences and teach them how to feel better by your music. Your music, when I turn on your music, is supposed to make me feel better, not make me feel worse. And that's why I told him, don't. You're gonna make this worse. I'm sure Ali has a song, as is Thursday, a perfect song in the bag that he's gonna drop tonight that expresses perfectly how I feel. You don't know how I feel because you're not facing your own feelings. But in that place of your own feelings, whatever they may be, this madness, creativity is born. We speak it into life. And we are a voice, like Marshall Mathers, is a voice to tons of people that are silenced in their feelings and in their mind and in their experiences, that can't tell people how they feel, that can't put it into words, but they can put on a song and this person is telling their story. And they can release through this person. They can remember they're not alone through this person's story. You haven't gone through what we've gone through, so we don't resonate with you. NF, Logic. I don't really listen to Royce. It's more of a vibe. It's a different vibe. I mean, I really don't know his music like that. I don't have to know the words that are coming out of your mouth to know that you're true. But in the essence, that's what brings us together, is because we are the same. You're part of this when you be part of it, instead of dancing and fucking playing music around it all, instead of putting on shows, bro. You too have all this in you when you face it. But in the essence, why would you want to put people in those feelings? And that's what I tell fucking Ali. It's the only feelings he knows, so he expresses them the best way he knows how. Same as Marshall. The only feelings he knows is anger. He expresses them in the best way he knows how. But what he's doing is he's spreading, you know what I mean, hurt and anger. Conflict, discord, fucking jealousy, envy. Because you're spreading, you know what I mean? You're fucking pissing on the world. You're pouring out your fucking guts all over the world, straight out your fucking mouth. And I'm asking you to pour your heart out. Not your guts, your heart. So going back to this, as you come out of it, you know, you see the silver lining. What did you learn from this? I learned so much about myself in it. It was such a terrible place to be with myself, but I came out of it and I learned so much about myself. It started out okay, and then it got out of control. I was doing pretty well in midday, dealing with 3 really difficult aspects of myself that I had to reprogram and sit down with. But then the dick pic came in, and it just was, I couldn't face me. All I could face was my trauma. I got completely lost in my trauma. It was awful, I'm sure, for you guys to see, and even worse to be in text messaging. I can't even look at it fully. I don't have the strength to actually look back at what I've done sometimes. And that's where Kobe will really bring that shit back up on a Monday. Look what you've done. Oh, man. Did you say that? Oh, man. Yeah. But I'm trying to just kind of sit in it and like, where did this all come from? It came from, you know, an innocent place of that could have happened to anybody. And then I come back to the normalization. How come you guys are sending out dick pics? Do women ask to see what they're buying? Are you proud of what you have? How was I supposed to feel when I saw it? How do most women feel when they got one? And that was what was crazy. I'm like, it was a dick pic. And then I hear Kanye. I'm not too good at that shit. I couldn't figure out what song it was. And then I was like, oh, it had to be this song. Run away, run away, run away. Yep, just pushing all my buttons. And that's what it is. I'm not too good at intimacy. And the look on you is killing me. I said for a long time that would probably happen, that's what I was working on. I don't want some guy to drop his pants and I just start crying at the very image of his dick. I mean, it didn't play out how I saw it, but it definitely played out worse than I saw it, as if you will. And that's why the whole time I'm like, I have to face this. I have to face this. I didn't know why I was facing any of it. I just knew I had to face it. I saw the picture. And then I got some memories of myself with it, or with one, whatever. And I got engulfed in the feelings, right? Which was all of this, like, excitement and, like, very visual. I was like, I really felt what was happening in that moment. And then it turned on all of these other things, like the whole sexual excitement. And then the next thought was, I saw how I acted sexually, and I was appalled. So it's again, and I walked through those memories. I saw it, all this replay, and I saw me playing a bad guy in this. And I had to like look at myself as the bad guy and try to understand why was I doing these things. And it went back to hurt places. So then I'm stuck in the hurt places. It is a whole fucking rabbit hole. It really did. As soon as it happened, the conversation went from 0 to 100 so quick. Talking about, I don't want to, maybe we shouldn't have sex. And then I see the picture, and I get overexcited and want it. And then I start thinking, how am I going to hang out with you without touching you when I have all these feelings? And then I was like, if we're not doing that, then why are you even hanging out with me? And then I'd lost complete control of my mind. Because that's the programming of it. I got into the program of it, and I got lost in it. How it works. What it was, what it was coming over. What was coming over it. I got a message this morning. Don't overthink it. Alright, Dr. Phil, I'm fucking trying. Do you know what kind of fucking shit is in this brain? Jesus Christ almighty. But anyways, as you go through the chapters of this madness, Saradwin is the next one. She gives you inspiration. Let me see. Reasons for working with her. Mood swings, depression of feeling hopelessness, intense anger and conflict with others, tension, anxiety, irritability, fatigue, change in appetite, feeling out of control, cramps and bloating. I'm telling you, my chakras lit up, my body hurt, everything. Headaches, that's the only thing. Joint and muscle pain. Yeah, I have that thing where my knee gives up. Just kidding. Hey, let's go. Oh, are you not feeling good? It's working through your body too? Oh, you're on. I just started. In your sacral. Here's some sacral oil. I told you it hit me first. And that's what it is. I'm doing generational healing. Come here. I guess you don't want to go climb the mountain like that. I was going to go to Red Rocks and fucking walk it off. Other side. You have two. I just put them on my ovaries. There you go. I have one of those heating pads. Oh, and they gave you medicine this time. They gave you some Advil in a bottle. They gave you some happy juice, some sleepy juice. Really? Yeah, dude. My kids our wombs are cursed until we get right with God. Poor thing. That's what it happened to her. She woke up in a period. I thought I was going to have one. Well, at least it means it's cleaning out of her. It passes on. If I call my other daughter, she's probably having bloating, muscle pain, headaches. I'm getting out of here. She's mean on her period. Aren't we all? And inability to an inability to avoid or resolve conflicts. Yeah, I can't get out of this. Becoming upset if you feel that others are rejecting you. That's where I felt. I was like, I don't know what he's doing outside, but he's not talking to me, and he's probably never going to talk to me again after this. It's like, oh God, why did you go crazy? I don't know. Okay, I realized it was you. You sent me a dick pic. I wasn't ready. Anyways, there would be hundreds, sounds familiar. Some of the symptoms can be quite similar to what we have faced through the dark night of the soul. There would have been hundreds, if not thousands, of women put away just because nobody understood PMDD, or menopause. Oh yes, I keep thinking I'm going into it, and then I get another period, and I have to have babies. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Cheese and rice. Even today, it's not really talked about. Yeah, this is that transformation. We're going through the womb, and, you know, it's drying up and dying. Kind of. It's all metaphorically, guys, but it really is. For us women, you really feel it in your jellies. All right, you may have subconsciously called her. Yeah, we called for her. You may have unwittingly did it when you were suffering. Yep, she comes in to help you. What does she help with? Reflections on recognition of your lost self, meaning you have to go back and fix yourself. Incantations to bring out inspiration and clarity of mind. The cauldron. I'm not bringing out my cauldron. I am the cauldron. After that, what comes? Maeve. I told you this was coming. Beltane. Maboon. Maboon is after Lugnasa. Autumn and winter, the hawthorn. I told you I put in hawthorn berries. Sexuality, leadership, preparation, strategy, making plans, deviousness, adaptation, determination, justice. So we're going through wheels of life, right? Is what I teach you. And that's what I'm about to start with right now. We're going into new energy, which is the 10 days. We have 10 days of this energy. But there's other energies. That's what I'm trying to teach you from my last video. There's other realities pouring into this reality that makes this so unreal. It is so unreal. And so we went through the Wheel of Fortune. I did, because I alchemized this shit faster than you. You're still stuck in the Wheel of Fortune. Confirmation. I don't know what that was. It's probably bad news or a memory that popped up on Google that I'm not ready to face. Everything is trying to make me remember some shit I want to forget. I just want to point that out. There was a reason I forgot all this shit. Ah, not today, Kobe. And that's what Kalik stands for. Oh, God, Kobe. It's tomorrow. Game night is tomorrow. Not today. Please, not today. I can't control the energy. I can run from it, but I can't control it. If they want me to face some more shit, then I gotta face some more shit. That's determination to get through the shit, bro. It's perseverance. It's where it's literally the finals, as he said last night. I was like, how many games are in the finals? Is it gonna finally be over when I get through this? These Hunger Games, this is killing me. So what I'm trying to teach you is right now we're in a place of inspiration as far as the Dark Goddess goes. But I can shift because there's other realities leaking into ours. You move through these realities, or you get stuck in one like me. And the one that's really not real is the one in my mind. Your mind really is full of fucking madness, bro. And I tried to show you. There's an extreme difference between intuition and imagination. Your heart sees. Your mind fucking believes. Some crazy shit, bro. It comes up with these fears. You always know it's your mind when it's limiting, when it comes up with I can't, and this is impossible, and everything bad is happening. Those are the constructs of your mind, is fear. It's created in fear. So once you're in it, you're facing all the fears that live within it. Doing stupid shit like asking yourself why you think this way. Don't get stuck in that big ass brain. It's scary in there. It holds all of the things that fuel fear. If you look back behind why you're doing what you're doing, it's fear-based, and it's going to take you back to what made you scared to go forward. Lame, right? That's the worst reality. Don't live in your mind. We have to work through that. But otherwise, there's all these other realities that you can tap in, and that's called the multi-dimensions. Where are we at in the Egyptian? Oh, we're writing our personal legacy. Ta-da! That's what they said, too, in my card. This could be when you write something, you make your life's work, or what you came here to do, and that's what it is. I told everyone that last night. It's like, my videos are my testimony to what it is to be the Holy Spirit here with humanity. Though I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, I fear no evil. I don't. I just hate God for making me walk this way. Walk this way. Come on, Holy Spirit. You guys are hilarious. Narrow is the path. Shut up. I don't want to hear all your scripture bullshit. Anyways, we're writing our personal. And that's what I said. Don't try to write my story, Russ, and make it your personal legacy. You're going to make this your next hit. I'm going to hit you. God is going to gut punch you for doing such things. I used to think I had to come after you. I don't have to. Vengeance is his. He'd be fucking all up in that guts, bro. Go fuck your girlfriend with that bullshit. He knows how to hurt me with stupid shit like that. Do you see now? He knows what my pains are, and he'd be trying to blast it on a song, trying to hurt somebody, just to get a rise out of me so he could write a song about it. Really? Yeah, bro. I fed into that shit for too long. He got a whole album. His whole family got rich off of my pain. Many did. Bastards. Who's getting rich? Me, in the spirit. You guys are just getting fucking... You're selling me out. You're selling my stories. You're selling me out to people for petty coins. You're selling the Holy Spirit, bro. You're literally cutting me up into pieces and selling me to the fucking masses. And saying you own me. That's ugly, huh? Yeah, you better look at yourself while I'm looking at myself. Number 31. Really? I do that? Yeah, go look at what you've done. You keep telling everyone you're me. I saw Osiris when I said that. It's like, I'm going to chop him up to little pieces and nobody will ever find him. No, bitch. I'm going to bring him back to life and you're going to fucking atone for what you've done. Fucking Loki, Set, bastards, fucking Cain. 144. Okay, I am the leader of the 144. The rolls of papayas. Oh, that's so funny, you guys. I'm walking the dog, and I'm like, fuck. I gotta get it together. They're like, come on, Bridget Jones' diary. I was like, shut up. They're like, go tell everyone the hidden scrolls of the Dead Seas. I was like, the tears of my pain. We had this huge joke as I was walking in. So when it says the scrolls of papayas, it's like Bridget Jones' diary. How to lose a guy in fucking 10 seconds. I can show you how to get him off real quick. God, it's not funny. I mean, somebody's enjoying this shit. Are you enjoying this fucking story? It's supposed to be worth millions of dollars, and people are selling it for fucking views and likes. I can't. Anyways, where are we? Arit. Is that what she says? Arit. Alright. The deacon group is Saw. Granite and gold. Take it for granite. I'm sure there's granite back there. I'm pretty sure that's what some of that shit is that came from the cursed lands of Central City. They were just looking for gold. They found something worse. Alright, writing or a person's legacy. This card should make you consider the legacy you leave behind in the form of the story of your life. And I just hit you with that, Russell. Trying to rustle my feathers. Look at your whole catalog. Look at what your life means. And that's what fucking Marshall has to look at too. His whole catalog is nothing but anger and hatred. It's all about that. Look at your catalogs, guys. Look at what your life is, the story your life is told. My life was a terrible story. In order to be free of that, I have to tell the story of that life. And in telling that story, I'm able to walk, in the freedom of not living condemned to that life that was my life. And that's by walking away from what is no longer serving me. Marshall's going to be nothing but that rapper until he walks away from that role. Here comes Michael Jackson. Gonna make a change. And that goes back to fucking long ago, Bobby. Why does somebody have to give up their life for you to feel loved? Hold on, bro. Your wife isn't your life. Anyways. No, this isn't helping. Don't dig this up. You have to give up your life for you to find love. You don't love your life. You're not in love with your life. You're stuck in your life, and it brings you no love. You get no love. Oh, God, we got Drake and Juneteenth, too. If you guys don't just hug and make up, I can't stand y'all. Bunch of fucking little boys in the hood trying to act hard. This is all over some hurt-ass feelings, bro. You caused the whole world to turn against each other in a fucking childish-ass war. This is so Kanye West. Hey, can the real Kanye West please sit the fuck down? Don't say nothing, bro. Work on your feelings, bro. And don't try to tell anybody about them until you figured them out. Gosh, I am so stuck with the benchwarmers. But that's what it is. It's like, that was another thing that came up. It's like me and all these guys. They're afraid of me running to these guys. For what? Misery loves company, so I can be miserable with them? They really know how miserable I am. They're not very helpful in this sense. I'm not running for dick. I don't want their money. I don't think they're ever going to marry me and fulfill this. But at least I have someone to run to that knows what I'm going through. All glory to those glory holes. And every time I run to them, they make me feel better about the bullshit. You know, Russ ain't gonna be that guy. Marshall can't be that guy. Fucking nobody can be that guy. But it doesn't mean they don't have love for me and, want to support me through this bullshit. Because they are guys going through the same fights and battles of their heart and mind, too. I get love, but not the love I want. It's never been a competition. It's all through your mind. That big old brain of yours. Anyways, going back to it. Saw's role is roughly to Christianity's St. Peter at the pearly gates, who reveals all the things you've done before allowing you into heaven. How will you be remembered by those who you leave behind? Have you made a positive impact on anyone? And those lives, have you enriched beside your own? That's what I said too. I was like, dude, if he rejects me, then that's okay, because he just doesn't understand what it is to be a person like me. But I am for a whole world of people that have gone through this and don't know how to get through it and don't have a voice to talk about it. You don't know what I'm going through. You've never been part of this world. But I am a fucking statue to suffering for these people. And I have to suffer with them in order to show them how to, get through the suffering. I have my own suffering. And if every time I suffer from something you say or do, you get turned off, this probably isn't going to be a good thing. You have to understand that my happiness goes hand in hand with my suffering, and my purpose goes hand in hand with my suffering. My future and the work that I do every day goes hand in hand with my suffering. It's through my suffering that I have purpose and I can make an impact on other people's lives. If I don't speak about that suffering and overcome it, then it meant nothing. I was just another person that suffered and died in the context of their mind and feelings, that never lived life, that never was free because of what had happened to them. It's dealing with this suffering that allowed my spirit to wake up and have power over it. But the suffering is still there because I suffered many years. And it's because of that suffering that I have many years of teachings for the rest of my life. If it all went away, then I would have no power or nothing else to speak upon. My suffering is my power, even though it makes me weak, and I'm powerless to it when I'm facing it. But I won't let it overcome me. I just have to come to terms with it, and it takes time to sit in it. And as I'm sitting there, and it's like, geez, dude, 2 days in and you went total psycho. Yeah, but you don't understand. It looks like that, but I'm really doing what I do best. And can you just give me a minute? Can you not be appalled by every time I lash out from, my actions align with my feelings and my thoughts, and I'm not in control for a minute? And that was that song. Can you just stick by my side while I'm working on me? I have a lot of work to do. This is going to be forever. And if this scares you, then you're only going to make this worse on me. I'm trying to just live in my own skin. I know how bad people look at me. I can't have you look at me like that. Because I'm trying not to look at myself like that. And that was Kanye's song, "The Look in Your Eyes Is Killing Me." The hardest part about what I do is getting back in my skin and looking at everybody looking at me as I went through it. I know I had to go through it, and that's what it looks like. But I hate how everybody looks at me while I'm doing it, like I'm fucking crazy. No, I was, and that crazy just surfaced, and I've got to deal with it, and this is going to be crazy for a minute. But I'm not crazy. Crazy is nothing more than the definition of how you think and act about situations. If you don't think and act like everyone else, you're deemed crazy. So in that sense, I'm always going to be crazy to people. That's all their mind can come crazy. But that's not fair in the condemnation of what you do to crazy people. I don't mind being crazy. I just don't want you to treat me like I'm crazy. You look at me crazy, but don't treat me like a crazy person. I just look crazy to you. My life was crazy. If I don't face it, it makes me crazy. It makes me do crazy things. And when I do face it, it makes me do crazy things. They're just moments that feel like lifetimes. But I teach other people that are stuck in the craziness of their mind and their emotions and in life how to overcome this and not feel the condemnation of being crazy in a crazy world. And that's what I go back to. You know, I had to be crazy to make it this long with that much pain and suffering. My mind broke. It's totally okay that my mind broke. It couldn't take it. And it hid it in all kinds of places in my body. I tried to just keep shoving it places. Makes sense to me. After reading all these books, it all makes sense to me. Now I'm supposed to make it make sense to you, and all you're trying to do is make dollars and cents off of it. Fucking coins. I'm seeing it. It's like I'm building the church, and you're getting paid for it. The church is built on my pain and tears and suffering. And you guys are selling tickets to the show at $600 a fucking pop. Oh my God. Logic, if you come to my town and do that, I will be so mortified. Russ's tickets to stand on my fucking holy grounds and tell and make money off of my stories are going for $600 a pop. He's selling out he's selling me. He's putting me on cross for all to see for $600 a fucking ticket. Those aren't his stories. You think God's going to let him hang me on that cross in my holy land? Or God's going to hang the shit out of him when he comes to my holy land? That's where I cry. Where I'm going today, and you're going to come and just shit on it with your stupid, love songs to your fucking third party? You're going to tell the stories of my pain and suffering up there under the lights and think you're going to get all the action? God's going to light your ass up, that's for sure. That whole mountain is built on my fucking pain and suffering, bro. It's built on the pain and suffering of everyone. And people go there to release through music. They get freed of their life experience on that magical mountain. To bring it to me, you're going to be faced with your own pain and suffering on that mountain. But I did see that Logic's going to be coming in Sahame, which is when the veil is thinnest in October. And I was like, you better not fucking charge a fucking soul just to come and praise with you. I know you guys can't do no free shit, but you don't have to rip and rob and steal from the people that just resonate with you. It's all business is what I hear. Well, yeah, when you had to fucking pay for all these other people to be part of your show, and you're charging all this money just to pay for someone else to make you bigger. Yeah, go ahead. Going back to it, it's like your fucking legacy, you bastard. Bastard. I have no idea. Anyways, stay focused. Is it Friday? I'm always facing this damn demon. There's a fucking demon on my back, Russ. Holy Spirit, it's not helpful. So I'm gonna fucking ride you into the sunset. If you are a writer, this card is a clarion call to embrace and develop your talent. If you've never considered writing before, now may be a time to begin. Even journaling for a few moments every day can help you sort out your thoughts and bring fresh perspective to your life. I started with music, and God took away my music, and He had me start recording it like this. It started on Red Rocks. He would have me just walk through there and just talk, and all these thoughts and feelings would come. I've poured out all of my history, and my hurts and my pains are in those mountains. It's not just a place for me. And it wasn't just a place to people before you that come to just drink and act stupid on those rocks. It is a holy ground where you meet yourself and you meet God. People that come from having a concert down there, that's why I used to drive them. They act like they came from, Mount Sinai, that they had seen God. They had the most unbelievable experience up on that mountain, listening to their favorite music with the stars in the sky in Denver. The energy that flows through that place is a healing energy. It takes away all your pain. It absorbs it and it fills you with love and light. Going back to telling your story, you have to get it out in some way. The things you've experienced, the fears and the pains and the excitements and the impossibilities and the desires of your mind and your heart stay locked inside of your body until you let them out. Journaling is one way. Letting yourself see how you think and how you feel is an amazing experience. I do it through video documentary. I speak my thoughts and my feelings and I see them myself. I let all of my truth out for it to be seen. And, that's what your story is. And that's what I was saying about, these all creatives. It looks like just a picture to you. It's just artwork. But they used all their thoughts and feelings. They were in all their thoughts and feelings. And this is what came out. Was this plastered picture on the wall that you're staring at. You don't know what it means. But to them, it's every thought and feeling they ever had is put into every stroke of that picture that you're staring at on the wall. 3 minutes of a song by me or any of my artists is just 3 minutes of a story for you. But all of the experience and thought and feeling I had to put into those 3 minutes for you was a lifetime of how I feel and think about things. Creative expression is a way to sanity through the chaos. You don't even know that you're creative because you've never expressed it. And you can express it in so many ways if you just let it out. You don't know you can cook, but once you start doing something that you've never done, your creative expression comes out and shows you how great you really are at being creative. Something like my masculinity, going back to work like that, it was a masterpiece to see my creative expression in a professional field. How I could take this experience and put it back out. It's very important to tell your story in one way or another. Going back to cooking, this is just a soup to you. And I don't have the recipe, but if I had, I'm thinking about my mom's chicken and dumplings. She would make it just for us for a dinner. But that chicken and dumplings that she learned how to make so deliciously, she learned from an experience in life with other people that taught her this. And she had feelings while learning this. All the great meals that I make, I am a great cook. When I'm cooking it, it goes back to where I was when I learned it. I was 15, 16 years old learning how to cook, learning how to become a wife. Where did you learn this? How did you learn how to cook like this? I go back to these unbelievable times in my life. And this meal that you're eating is an expression of my creativity. A time in my life is being presented to you in a plate. There's this one plate that I make that is, there's a couple of them for, just like my mother, her chicken and dumplings, her fucking potato salad, her, I watched her make it. But it wasn't just about the ingredients. It was her love and her energy and her experience that she put into it. We can all sit down with a beat as songwriters and the same group of words. It's going to sound different coming from each of us based on our experiences. Right? People that draw, that sing, that play instruments, that, creativity has no limits. It's your mind blowing up with these aha moments. You're filled with them, but you have to let them out. Telling your story, as much as you believe it is only your story, what you don't know is God has put so many people through that path that you've walked. And you get to tell people of how you walked through the fire. I am one of so many, she could Google it right now, so many people, not women, people that have survived sexual abuse. The stories I tell are my stories. It's a story about a pain that other people, millions of other people know. It was my experience, and all of our experiences are different. But what keeps the same is the feeling. We all have feelings. All of us know what it feels like to be rejected, to be neglected, to be abandoned, to be forgotten, to be shamed, to be blamed, to be criticized. We don't know what it means to be praised and loved for things that everybody ostracizes us for. Being me has gotten nothing but rejection, all those things I just listed. So I try not to be me, but then I'm denying who I am in the search of love. Pretending that I'm not hurt and trying to be strong makes me look even more hurt when I can't be strong. I can't hold this up forever. I can't pretend that I'm strong. You just look at me as strong. I have to be strong to do what I'm doing. But in order to be strong, I have to deal with weak shit every week. And that's why it's important to tell people what you're going through. What have you been through in this life? What did your life mean? What brought you here, and where are you supposed to go from here? It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. At one point, you're going to take up the pen and change the narrative of where you're going. You can't change the past, but you can change the future by how you tell this story inside of your mind and to others. But nobody knows anything if you're keeping it all locked away in the scrolls of your mind. You don't want that shit to come out, right? Like yesterday, I don't want this to come out. I wish this didn't come out. But it's going to come out with you or someone else. It's a part of me that I keep pretending isn't going to happen, and it happened. There is a very hurt part of me that can burst out anytime, dude. You're not hurting me. My life has hurt me, and I haven't dealt with it, and it just comes up to the surface when I really don't want to deal with it. But I have no choice to do it now, or it's going to come back up later. You guys don't want to deal with it. You're just pushing it back down to wherever it came from. But it's going to come back. And it's standing in your way. And it's just a part of you that's hurting. That needs to be heard and needs to be seen. If you've never considered writing before, now may be a time to begin. Let's see. The final aspect of this card could involve a legal issue in the form of a contract, license, or other official document. Ew, sign your life on the line. The first deacon of Saw group symbolizes the role of Papyrus held by Saw as he writes the deeds of the deceased before they are welcomed into the starry sky of the souls of the primordial gods. Hence the connection between, what did we say your name was? Arit? Yeah, Arit and writing. And we were in Mercury's yesterday, and that was Hermes and the scrolls and the scribes. If you really want to know, and I'm not going to expose it, this was already written. I could have seen what was happening. I did see what was happening. Wolfman put it in his cards. He don't know where it was, where I was in the cards. But I think I gave it away. What energies I'm dealing with. It was already written. Go back 5 days ago and you'll see that this was in the cards. Well, that's what it said yesterday, so this would be the 6th day. If I wanted to know how it was going to end, you released a video last night. It's already written. All we're here to do is tell how it feels to be human, to go through our life. Now, where you guys are in your writing is you're in your karma. You're in the lessons. You can't learn them by running from them. And it's written that you will stay in them until you learn them. After you learn them, and that's where I was, I just had to learn this lesson. You can rewrite history by going forward without that lesson standing in your way. You can't go forward with lessons unlearned. You're still going to get there. You're just taking the long route by not facing it. And you can't force it because you don't want to face such things. But when God brings it to your, you know what I mean? When He opens your eyes and He opens your ears and He opens your heart, you be open to the work. All right? And I talked about, going back to being the star in the sky. That was yesterday. Egyptians' name for the constellation of Orion. The modern translation of the ancient text uses the name Orion instead of Sa. One of these primary deities among the deacons, Sa, was responsible for recording the deeds of the deceased and then handing them a certificate bearing the information before allowing them to pass up the stairway to heaven that ultimately ended at Sobdet. Spell 473 in the coffin text says, this deacon is also the fingernail of Osiris. And ritual work with this deacon has several functions. Chief among them is writing of an account of events that occurred among the living. I told you, I'm a walking testimony. And spell 474, the coffin text the deceased, who is nearing the point of joining the God's state. See me, a living soul, who releases the willow. See, I have come with my guard beam in my hand, my roll of papyrus in my hand. I have come that I may enter the stairs to heaven. Arit can also help cure skin rashes. For detailed information, get the book. So we will be in this energy for 10 days, where they're going to be forcing you to tell your story, change your life, look at your legacy and change it, make it something more. Really? Yeah. Gotta make a change. So that's where we'll be for the next 10 days. Get excited. Where else are we going with this bullshit? And these cards it's a 10-day order. You can keep up. Again, I don't look at the calendar. I feel it before it happens. I felt that shit 2 days ago, and then I had to confirm it yesterday. I was like, can we wait till tomorrow? And today was the day. All right. Where are we at in Odin? Probably with Odin. Oh, no, I grabbed the other cards. We're going to check the Vishnu energy. Vishnu is its own reality, and it lies alongside. Did you see that? I saw smoke. Did you see that? I saw a bit of smoke just travel right in front of the camera. outside of it, I wasn't looking at the phone. There's something blocking my phone. I can't see what you see. I saw smoke travel. One line of smoke. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna have to watch that video again. I really did. What do we got? Where are we at? The Slayer of Demons. I mean, I'm slaying my demons. Are you? Parashurama. Okay, sure. This is whose energy we're in, or what's being bestowed upon us. May the son of Jamadagni, Parashuma, whose sharp axe was doomed to wicked kings, just as fire to the moth, bring you endless victory. Teaching abilities. I'm teaching you. Ultimate justice for all. Skill in martial arts. I'll kick your ass. Converting warrior spirit to qualities in peaceful ones. I know, right? I'm trying to, channel all of this into peace for mankind. I am the goddess of war. I am that spirit. This makes sense. Where are you at? Well, last night I'm in my guts. I'm kind of hungry right now. It must be lunchtime. Seriously, I think I'm gonna burp. I'm hungry. I'm in my high priestess and my empress is what we pulled last night. We're still in the same energy. That's good. It hasn't shattered and changed too drastically. I'm still teaching. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I haven't lost full grasp on reality. I just got locked in my brain for a while. How's your brain work? What do you put in it to shut it up? Stop putting shit in it and just listen to the motherfucker. Seriously, you have happy pills? You drink and do drugs? You can put all kinds of external experiences to block out your feelings? That must be nice. Everything external makes me feel more. It sucks to be an empath. It sucks to be me. Where are we at? Me. I was trying to be good, and now I'm not doing. Just kidding. I'm fine. Are you fine? I'm fine. I'm going to take a shower and go to Red Rocks, do an offering, and pray to God to make it through the weekend. Really? What else am I going to do? Who else is going to carry me through my own fucking body? And that's it. It's like you really come close to God when you come close, because you're dying. You really get close to God while you're dying. Death, transformation. That's a good joke, God. You get real close to God when you're dying. I'm always dying. I just want to die. Are you going to play that song? You should play that song. That's a great song. You have some good songs. Don't play any of this new weak shit that you've been making. I mean, I guess that's what you're supposed to do, but you better make sure it's a good one. You're going to bring your best friend, fucking Juicy J? It's my best friend, Juicy J. I love that one. That was funny. You really love your friend. There's a cool friendship you guys got. It's Juicy J. I made his album. That's cool. All right, spiritual warrior, sacrifice, justice. Isn't that just what the last guy said? The last guy. That's what all of this is about. High priestess, all this shit. Taiwas represents war, justice, and law. If you've drawn this card, you may need to deal with matters of law and remain unattached to the outcome. Oh, yes. Where are we going to? What? I guess the laws of the universe is what I heard. I don't break any rules to have somebody come knocking on my fucking door. Taiwas indicates that it's a time to pick up your sword and cut away the obstacles that are blocking your path. All spiritual warriors understand that sometimes you can only do so much to create an outcome you desire. Then you need to leave the rest up to the Creator. And that's it, dude. I made a whole mess of this, God. Why'd you do this? I can't even fix this. I don't even know where to start. I don't even want to live. Why did you make me wake up? Why did you make me human? I can't do shit about it. That's like I am helpless to my circumstances after I've, dealt with the circumstance. I did what I could, and that's all I could do. You may be seeking justice, and you will have it. That was that judgment card you got. But it may come unexpectedly. This card also calls you to sacrifice a belief system or thought pattern that no longer serves you. That's what happened. I got stuck in my thoughts. All right, Dr. Phil, don't overthink it. You're telling a thinker not to think. I don't typically think about anything. If I'm thinking, then I'm going crazy. It's going to drive me crazy, I suppose I should say. I mean, you guys, you big thinkers, you big brains, Whatever. Remember the battlefield is within you, and Taiwaz has given you the sword and shield to avoid and protect you in the fight. And that's it. What's the sword? Your intellect, the way you think. It's all a language of nonsense. You better control that way of thinking. You know, where'd it come from? Don't ask that question. Then you're faced with the real battle. All this is the battle of your mind. Really? Yeah, it's so annoying. All I was trying to do was walk in my heart, trying to love someone, and my mind got in the way. My mind's telling me no! Thanks, R. Kelly. is still getting pissed on, locked in your meat locker. Jesus Christ. Help me, Lord. I mean, it's just the reality I live in. That's why I don't have a problem with him being in jail. I've been there. With you. I'm with you. You are not alone. Hey, what if Trump lets him out? Wouldn't that be amazing? I told you it was going to happen. I told you that I came to get him out. As far as getting that shit out of Britney Spears, well, I mean, if you could get me closer to her, I don't think Trump can help her with that. P. Diddy, no. You will hang for your sins. Pop's not letting you out, bro. He has, I mean, really? Yeah, bro, you could pray to God. I don't think it's going to work. Why? Because you're not true of heart. Why? When it's all said and done, what's happening? He's denying it. Denying who he is, what he's done. All it takes for forgiveness is to stand up for, stand up to your sins. Take ownership of, I have sinned. I am a bad person. Please forgive me for my sins as I try to become a better person. That's all that is that salvation, bro. When they tell you to come down and accept God, speak from your mouth that God is real. Ask him for his forgiveness and for him to step into your life so that you may walk in his glory. In front of man, proclaim that God is real and that you need him in your life. And then the fucking Catholics try to make you go in this dark, scary box and tell some man about all the deeds you did, all your dirty deeds. I didn't see that coming. I mean, that little box is pretty much, YouTube for me. I hear you, Kobe. Are you going to be on the field tonight? Tomorrow, it's Thursday. Don't get me ready for some shit that I'm not ready for. He said you're ready. They always think you're ready. They put as he's saying, we put our best warriors. I'm a warrior. Are we hitting the fucking town? What the fuck are we doing? We're streaking. I'm hanging on a crosshair with my sword. This doesn't look good. I'm trying to be a queen of swords out here with my wands, cups up. This is all bad. There's a lot of references. Did you get them all? And like I told Marshall, the punchlines are in my guts. I'm getting gut punched by this shit. And you think they're just fucking words. These words are killing me softly. And there's God, because I'm dying. Alright, anyways. Protect yourself. Taiwaz in reverse speaks of a great injustice happening in your life. I know, God is not, he's just not being cool about it. I'm not a victim and neither are you. It's Fortuna. If you want to blame it, who's Fortuna? Fate, bro. It's literally a wheel of fortune, bro. She's literally just spinning the wheel. As soon as it slows down, she spins it again. For how long? From June 11th to June 24th. We're just going to be spun. Our wheels are going to be spinning. Keep the heads ringing. Ding, ding, dong. There's a terrible one. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die! You're not helping. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement, along with all of my other secrets. How's it going? Marshall, come on. Every time I say your name, I get pulled into the West Coast bullshit. Go away. Go away. You're still attached to them. You're bringing all this bullshit to the surface. Go away. He's like, you're the one hanging on me for I can't be your Superman. If you don't put on a fucking cape and fucking get to work, motherfucker, fucking fuck. Anyways, I have fun in my own reality. It's the mind that's scary. The desire to fight and react with anger and disbelief is not the path of spiritual warrior. Be still and check your motives. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Make sure that you are not focused on the outcome rather than the moment, and allow the will of God to manage this injustice. I mean, I don't see how this is going to work out anyways. And that's why I don't want to work on this, because I can't see an outcome. You know what I see? Full destruction. Nobody wants to drive into that. I don't have a bulldozer. You're asking me to just go play on a fucking danger zone, a fucking work zone, with no fucking helmet, just all barefoot and shit, and hang me on the cross out there. Jesus. Anyways, take responsibility for your actions. Trust that karma will always set things straight. Well, yeah, when you endure your karma, you'll be straight. But until then, until you realize that this is karma and what you're supposed to learn from it, you're never going to get straight. You're just going to be going in circles. Well, that was great. God gave us a lot for the plate. I didn't want to start with the Nine of Wands energy. We do have to do Intro to Tarot. We're going to finish up the tarot understandings with the Knight of Wands. And after that, you should understand how the journey of enlightenment goes through tarot. I show you how we go through the journey of enlightenment through the Bible. We're learning how to do it in the Quran, Jewish mysticism. I teach you enlightenment in all places that the light lived, which is pretty much dark areas of your mind and life and cultures and all the places you deny. That you say there's no God. God is definitely all over that shit. Well, this was fun. I'm done. I'm going to have a meal. I'm going to go have an adventure. I really just am going to go check my mail, go do an offering. It might be too hot to walk the rocks. I'd be swearing I'm going to do it until I get out in the sun and it starts bubbling my skin and I start sweating like off my lip or brow. I don't like to sweat. Oh, God. They say that you get sweaty during sex. There's all these images of sweaty sex. That sounds like two terrible things. Oh, God. See, I'm still kind of stuck there. I'm going to go to the mountains and be free. Don't come following me. Don't follow me. I'm running away. I don't want to be followed. That's weird. I'm telling you I'm running away. Don't follow me if I'm running away. I'll be back. Stalkers. Hey, there's that Kanye song, Run Away. I'm not too good with this. I love my voice. I just wish you guys loved yourself more and we could, you knew what it felt like to do this work and I wasn't the only one getting worked out here. Work it. Oh, God. Hey, life would be dull without you, but at the same time, you're not really helping too much until you help yourself. Okay? Hey, love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.